All right, next up is Stanley Ng. He's a longtime community activist and a staple in southern Brooklyn. He tells Phil why he feels he's the best candidate and the changes he'd like to see for Brooklyn's 43rd district.
I am going out to the public. I'm making sure people see me, people hear me. Okay, I'm going to voice what their concerns are. Don't forget to vote. Thank you.
Stanley Ng says he's focused on the issues important to voters, and his agenda reflects just that.
Number one is public safety. Number two is affordability. Number three is education.
We caught up with the longtime community member and volunteer who's placing his bid for a seat representing the district inside City Hall.
It's across the board. First thing have to be the police. They have to make sure that we do not defund the police.
But he says resources to public safety go beyond patrol in southern Brooklyn, rather community members.
We have to make sure we fund programs like, say, SYAP, Summer Youth Program. Make sure kids got something to do. We have to fund programs like the mental health.
He says as New York City becomes more expensive by the day, hefty rents don't help the cost of living. Ng hopes to advocate for more affordable housing alongside other lawmakers.
My goal would be, as a minimum, to get more Section 8 vouchers for people in this area so they can either afford to stay here or be able to come in and move in here.
The father of three tells me it's been a challenge for seniors as they try and keep up with the bills. He works largely with the city's most vulnerable, ensuring they have access to essential needs.
Because in the last budget cuts I saw, they were cutting the Meals on Wheels, and that's not fair for the seniors in this area.
If elected, he said food banks and pantries would come to the district to help seniors. He tells me there are still barriers for the vulnerable population to collect healthy foods.
There's not enough of them, and a lot of the people cannot take subways or drive cars.
The state of our schools is an issue that resonates with voters. The fierce advocate says dollars must continue to flow into classrooms and would like to see an expansion of the city's gifted and talented programs.
So at the junior high school level, there have been cuts in the screen honor program for the junior high. Before the pandemic, we had more than 800 seats in that program.
As the migrant crisis looms, the city is scraping funds to provide resources to those seeking asylum. The fifth-generation immigrant says he doesn't have the right answer, but says funding would only help.
We have to advocate for more money to pay for this and do what we can.
As the clock is ticking before voters cast their ballot, he says his decades-long experience serving the place he calls home only proves he's fit for the job.
Whatever was needed in the community, I'm there. And whatever the community needs, I'm there.